Okay, today's an easy day. Just give me comparing graphs. So I've already put these three graphs, and I say three because you notice they're labeled F, G, and H. There's only two listed here because we are comparing them with the parent function x squared. Remember, the parent function is like the original, basic, simple function of a family. All right, so in this case, x squared is our parent function for everything. So we should know that for x squared, that our values are 4, 1, 0, 1, and 4. Right there, there. There's 0, 1, 1, and 2, 4. Okay, what happens when we do g and we do 2x squared? I'm going to turn this one off for a second. You'll notice that it is the blue one. It actually gets narrower because what happens is you're doubling anything you do. So now instead of 4, 1, it goes 8, 2. Everything is doubled. So this is going to actually make it narrower. So we go back over to here. And it is 8, 2, 0, 2, and 8. Okay, and then the last one, h squared. I'm going to turn this off temporarily here. We'll put the 1/2 on. You'll notice it's wider. And we have 2, 0.50, 0.5, and 2. So 2, 0.5, 0, 0.5, and 2. So if I put them all on again here, here's this one that's narrower because it's 2x squared. You see it's inside that red one. And then here's this green one. You can see it's outside everything because it's getting wider. So what happens is the smaller the fraction, so like if I were to change this to 1/4 or 1/8 and just keep going, you would see that they would get wider and wider and wider. So like even if I just came up here and I changed this to 1, let's do 1/8. You see how wide it gets right here now in blue? And then same thing if I did 1/4, it would be a little closer because that's not as small of a fraction as 1/8. So how does the value of the leading coefficient A affect the graph? In simple terms, because we're going to make this more detailed on the next page, it changes the width. Be the same thing if we're upside down. If I put a negative there, you would get the same thing, but in general, we're just going to skip number 2. But so the shape of the graph here. So when we have the absolute value and it's greater than 1, so like this one would be something like 2x squared or negative 2x squared. It's going to make it narrower. Okay, and this one would be like our 1/2 x squared or our negative 1/2 x squared. It's going to make it wider. Okay, and then down here, when a is greater than 0, so if we think about something simple like this a is greater than 0, then it is a regular u. But then if we are less than 0, so like if we did a negative 2x or any negative number, it's going to be upside down. So it's upside down u, which really is that. Okay. So if I came over here to any of these, And put this negative in front of the x squared, and you can see it flips it upside down. If I took this blue one, I added a negative, it flips it upside down. So now they just want you to, says how's the value of a. So again, this, remember a is in, we're talking about the ax squared. So this 3 makes it narrower. The negative 1/4 makes it an upside down u. And it's wider because it's 1/4. This one 2/3 is just wider. And then this negative 2 is upside down. And it's also, let's put a comma there, also narrower. So what they want you to do on these, and I'm going to do number, which one am I going to do? It says without graphing. The only catch on these is that you'll notice, like here, you got a 1/4, and here you got a 0.5. So if they're both positive, which in that case they are, you need to figure out 1/4 as a decimal, which is 0.25, or 0.5 as a fraction, 1/2. But sometimes, like if I do number 8, it says from the widest. So which one is widest? So we are going to take, this here is 1/10. So you remember when I did that 1/8, it was the widest one. So this one here, and if you did need to use Desmos to check these real quick, that's fine. But the widest one is 0.1 x squared. And then we get to negative 2/3 x squared, because that's getting closer to 1. And then we just have regular old x squared. And then our narrowest one is this one because it's larger than 1. So what is your assignment today? Actually, I'm going to give you 2 assignments. Your assignment for Tuesday is number 4 and 5, which we already did last week. You're doing 4 through 13, so you're doing this whole page. 4 and 5 is just a review of what we did last week. And then down here, this exam review is Wednesday. And it's just 14 through 18. But you have to show your work. Might require a separate sheet of paper. But you might have to go back and Google how to do substitution, or go back into the chapter back in January and February. It says you have to show your work. It's 5 problems and you have all day Wednesday to do it. So this is starting some of your exam review. Your work can be checked by using these multiple choice questions, but you can't just look at this and be like, well, B. There should be a full set of work that supports whatever answer you have. Okay, and that is it for actually Tuesday and Wednesday. So get those done. If you didn't watch the video last week, kind of, the holiday weekend, some of you took Friday off or up north or whatever, this will give you a little bit of time to get caught up this week. So have a good one.